Well, here, Math Cats, we're going to look at another program in the Algebra 1 section. So let's click here and let's look at graphing and or. You may draw on the practice graph, click on the red or green box to select a color, and click on selections of the final graph to show you your solution. Now, the purpose of this program is to teach you the difference between and or. And what it was saying there in the introduction is that you have the ability to draw here with red and green and white and clear. And you're presented with the problem of and or. And you could also, instead of the word or, you could use this set notation. If you clicked here, the word or is sometimes replaced with this symbol meaning union of, which means the same as or. And an and we would see would be replaced with an intersection. So depending on the status of the philosophy of mathematics, sometimes they put in set notation and sometimes they don't. But and or are the words, and the set notation is union and intersection. Intersection means the same as and union means the same as or. Now we have some things here that x is greater than a, or x is greater than or equal to b. And sometimes you might see this with a number instead of the letter a and b. But one of the teachers suggested that I just use a and b and just put 2 points there, because they could really be any numbers on the number line. So we want to sketch the graph of x is greater than a. Notice it doesn't say greater than or equal to, so I'm going to take the red color, and x is greater than a is sketched like this. Now, most of the students learn this in the younger years, just the single statement by itself. Now let's do this one. X is greater than or equal to b. Greater than or equal to b. Now, we want to ask about the word or. Which points on the number line are either red or green or both? The points down here are not red or green. It's starting right here. These points are, this A is not, that's why it's an open circle. These are red. These are red and green and both. So the final answer would look like that white line. So in order to answer this, I can come down and see I can click on the various parts of this graph. And what I need to do is click or unclick until it matches what I think x is greater than a or x is greater than or equal to b is. So I think it would include this part of the graph, this part of the graph, and this dot, and check, we win. Now describe your graph. So of all the ways we can describe the answer, we've got intersection and union. I had to use the Greek font here for this, so we want to describe our graph. And it looks like it's x is greater than a without being equal to it. So I'm going to look for x is greater than a, and it says correct choice. New question. Maybe I'll do it. New question. Maybe I can get an and. Okay, right here. Let's take a color. X is less than or equal to a. Well, that would be, could be equal to a, less than or equal to a, would be everybody down this way. X is less than b, that'd be an open circle here, and going down here. And now this time the word is and. So I'm looking for all points that are red and green. Well, these are green, but they're not red. So the points that are red and green are this and this. Check, we win. Now it's going to be x is less than or equal to a. X is less than or equal to a. Check, we are correct. I'm going to do one more. X is less than a. open circle here, or x is greater than b. Well, which points are red or green? It would be this and this. Check, we win. Now this time we've got two parts of the graph that are separated, so we're going to have to answer this time with a union and say x is less than a, union x is greater than b. I think that's it. I hope you can see how this program would be used, and you need to keep working at it until you are really good at this and learn the difference between and or. With or, you ask yourself which points are red or green or both, and put those in your final answer. If the word is and, you say which points are red and green, and that you only want where they overlap. This is to learn the meaning of and or mathematically. Good luck. Bye. Well, I thought before we leave this program completely, I better show you some of the meaning on that describe your final graph, because I noticed when I was watching the first part of this recording that I hadn't explained that. So let's look at this one. X is less than or equal to a. That's this one. Or x is greater than b. And the final graph of that is going to be this. And, oops, not that. Or the points that are red or green are going to look like that. We check, we win. Now describe the graph. When they're separated like this, you have to do an order, so you need to get less than or equal to a, x greater than b, like that. We haven't come up with the thing that I really want. Well, let's do this one. X is greater than or equal to a. That would be this. X is less than or equal to b. That would be this. So, and this time it's an and. So which points are red and green? Well, these points down here are green, but they're not red and green. This point right here is colored red and is hit by the green, so that would be that point. These are red and green. These are red and green. Check, we win. So now we would make this answer be what I sometimes refer to as a sandwich. You could answer it with an and, but I sort of say everything in between a and b is really an easier way to express it. So right here, all the x's in between a and b. This would be the right answer. Okay, this one. All right, let's do this one. X is less than a, looks like this, easy enough. X is greater than b, this. And now we're being asked to tell and which points are red and green. Well, none of them. These are red, these are green, but none of them are red and green. So the best thing to do is to say there ain't any. No, I shouldn't have said that. There are no points that are both red and green, so we just leave the number line blank. You're correct. Now describe your graph. Now in set notation, this is represented by the empty set, which is sometimes a circle with a line through it, or you could say no solution. I use that. Like I said, on that drop-down box, I was stuck using the symbol font, and I had to use that, so correct choice. So that was the one I was looking for. So that was no solution. This one, I think. All right, let's take x is greater than a. X is less than or equal to b. And now we want to look at an or. Which points are red or green? Well, red or green, this qualifies. Red or green, this point qualifies because it's green. This one is both, so this qualifies. This one qualifies because it's green and red. And this one qualifies because it's red. So we check, we win. Now to describe the graph, we mean the entire number line. So right here, this is what I wanted to show you. sometimes a curvy R standing for the whole real number line, meaning everything on it is used to describe an answer such as this, where it's all real numbers. So just want to make sure we got that one covered in case you're stuck and you don't know why you're missing something. So sometimes the answer can be leave it blank, and sometimes it can mean everything is there. What you want to learn is how to do and or. Thanks. Bye for the second time.